What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Crypto Sherpa channel, where I read you those cryptocurrency news articles so you don't have to, and we're back. It's been 5 days, not a full week, and I don't have a lot of news for you. Sure, a lot has happened in the crypto space. Like, what has happened to the dip? Like, what's going on? Like, what caused Bitcoin to dip to $91,000 2 days ago? I was like, when I saw that happen, I was like, what? I went straight to the news. I was like, huh. There's nothing going on in crypto, so this has to be outside crypto news. And in reality, it was the U.S. or the tariffs going on. People were worried about that, and yeah, definitely cost Bitcoin the $100,000 mark. As this first article we're going to go through, talking about how the U.S.-China tariffs cost Bitcoin $100,000 mark as analysis eyes all the time high. So again, like we were back up, we're at 98, we were surpassed 100 for a little bit. It was a good day. But yeah, let's go over the news articles I have for you. I got a good 5-1. Couple of things going on with Bitcoin and crypto, with the US, some Indian news. They're going to change their regulations. And then we got some crypto news out there, like Helium is going to be offering like 5G free network service to members, or the waitlist is happening. So is there a catch? We'll go through that article, as well as what happened to XRP today, or the XRP ledger. There was a halt in its blockchain, so we'll cover that as well. So yeah, let's go through these news articles, learn what's been going on and what's happening in crypto. So here we go. Again, first up, the US-China tariff. Bitcoin fails to hold 6 figures as a fresh round of trade war posturing begins. But market participants are confident that the worst is over, and it does seem like it has been. Like, we didn't go beneath 90,000. We just touched it. I think this chart, this graph right here shows like where we dipped. Yeah, so look where we were. Like, we were at 107,000, then going into the weekend, bam, what happened Sunday? We touched 91, but within a day we went back up. So yeah, so people were freaked out. The fear and greed index was like at 46 or 36, so it dipped. But yeah, let's learn a little bit more about these tariffs and everything. So the Bitcoin price comeback sours on fresh tariff woes. Data from Cointelegraph, Market Pro, and TradingView showed BTC/USD reversing about 3% after the daily open. Now, markets had surged on news that the U.S. tariffs on Mexico and Canada would be delayed by a month, along with President Donald Trump signing an executive order to create a first-of-its-kind sovereign wealth fund. Now, the White House cryptocurrency director, David Sachs, will hold a news conference at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time to reveal U.S. digital asset policy details. And that is our next news article after this one, so we will learn about what David Sachs said there. But the Trump administration plans to reposition America as a leader in digital assets. Trader Jill responded in part of an X post on the topic, preparing for a big day. Now, after bouncing near $91,500, Bitcoin gained over $10,000 in a single daily candle. So that was pretty crazy. Now, progress was halted, however, when it emerged that China was retaliating against U.S. tariffs with its own measure, targeting oil, coal, and more. Now, going to be a volatile day again, Jill said. Now, crypto trader, analyst, and entrepreneur Michael Van de Poppe agreed that volatility would likely continue. Now, Bitcoin bounced back swiftly and is currently acting within the range he summarized alongside the daily chart. Now, I assume we'll see the new all-time highs in February, and it's quite normal to correct after such a strong bounce. Volatility through the roof, but as long as Bitcoin remains above 93,000, a new all-time high is likely. So yes, how high are we going to go? 120 next time? Or is it going to surpass 110? Are we going to hit 150? Heck, are we going to go to 200,000 like a lot of people predict? We just got to wait and find out on that. But the bull run's not over. There was some talks over the weekend. Like I saw Ivan on Tech having a great discussion. Like, are we even going to see altcoin season? Are we not? So definitely check out Ivan on Tech and his latest videos on that. Like, that was a great discussion. But no, the bull run's still not over. We're still in it, so we can still have plenty of time to see some all-time highs. But others, such as Trader Phoenix, suggest that Bitcoin would investigate a new short-term range as a result of the volatility. So he's saying that it might be a little bit shorter. But after such an event, it feels logical for me to expect some sort of a new range to form. He said on the day, as we see these charts right now, it's like this is his prediction, boop, doop, boop there. But funding rates add to rare Bitcoin bull cues. Meanwhile, funding rates across derivatives markets gave Axel Adler Jr., a contributor to on-chain analytics platform CryptoQuant, cause for celebration. Now, funding rates, Adler noted, that had printed a key bull signal during Bitcoin's trip toward 90,000. For the 7th time this year, the Bitcoin funding rate has turned negative, he revealed, with the first such instance coming in April 2024. Here he said all 6 previous instances signaled a bullish moment. So where are they? Oh, here is the chart for it. So one was back in May 2024. No, both 1, 2, and 3 around that same time. And then around July, we had our next little momentum up. And then this is August. And now we are coming up to, where are we at right now? Where is this price? But we've seen this 6 times. Now, the day prior, Cointelegraph reported on Bitcoin's relative strength index, flashing a similar rare upside signal on the 4-hour time frame. So yeah, so if you were wondering why we dipped, it was just because China was playing a pretty big game there, playing with oil and all that. And again, all the other markets affect crypto right now too. So it's like I said, when I went to the news and was looking, what's causing this dip? What's happening? It was really nothing in the crypto space, but this. So that is our first news article. So nothing to worry about there. We may see a new all-time high coming February, and that's kind of how the charts work. Or the cycles work. So hopefully February is going to be a really good month. Now let's go over the crypto Czar that President admitted. David Sachs was his name? Yes, let's hear what he had to say in his far host's U.S. first press conference on Bitcoin and digital assets. Now, David Sachs and several pro-crypto politicians discussed the future of Bitcoin and crypto's industry in the United States at the first ever U.S. press conference on digital assets. So let's hear what they had to say. And why is that pop-up ad always coming up? Now, in the first ever official press conference for digital assets hosted by the U.S. government, crypto czar David Sachs and pro-crypto U.S. politicians committed to prioritizing Bitcoin and digital assets during the Trump administration. Now, in his opening remarks, Sachs shared that the president said in his executive order in the first week that it's the policy of his administration to support the responsible growth and use of digital assets, blockchain technology, and related technologies across all sectors of the economy. He also reminded the audience that in that executive order, the president established both a working group for digital assets as well as a mandate for the group. Now, our objective is to accomplish the task of the president assigned for us in his EO, or his executive order, which is the purpose is to propose a federal regulatory framework governing the issuance and operation of digital assets, including stable coins in the United States, said Sachs. Now, is this the golden age for the Bitcoin and crypto industry as it begins? Let's see. Sachs also contextualized the significance of his new administration's not being antagonistic to the Bitcoin and crypto industry, especially in the light of what transpired under the Biden administration. Now, I've talked to many founders over the last few years, and they've told me repeatedly that the number one thing they need from Washington is regulatory clarity, he said. Now, they just want to know what the rules of the road are so they can abide by them. Now, we're coming off, frankly, 4 years of arbitrary persecution and prosecution of crypto companies, where the SEC wouldn't tell founders what the rules were, and then they would prosecute them. Many founders even told me stories of being debanked personally just because they had found a crypto, or because they had founded a crypto company at it. And hey, I'm one of them. Crypto Sherpa LLC was kicked out of Chase Bank because crypto wasn't the name. I had to force them to tell me that was the reason that they took me or debanked me. Now, before concluding his opening remarks, Sachs noted that he looks forward to working with politicians hosting the conference alongside him. Now, Senator Tim Scott, Republican of South Carolina, Congressman French Hill, the Republican of Arkansas, Senator John Boozman, Republican of Arizona, and Congressman, Republican of Pennsylvania, and Congressman, same Senator John Booth, he's a Republican of Arizona, and Congressman as well of Pennsylvania. And they were both in creating a golden age for digital assets. Now, Senator Scott begins by stating that this golden age has begun and that the good news is that it's going to get better. He also noted that he plans to work synergistically with the House and the Senate, with the White House leading the way when it comes to passing bills on digital assets. Now, the U.S. is at the forefront of Bitcoin and crypto innovation. Now, Representative Hill stressed that the United States should be leading the way, not falling behind when it comes to the digital asset industry. Now, we don't want to be behind in financial technology and digital assets in the United States, and our innovators need clarity, said Representative Hill. They need to know what the rules of the road are, and looks like we're finally going to be getting them soon. Now, he also stated that he's forming a working group between the House Financial Service Committee and the Senate Banking Committee. as well as the House Agriculture Committee and the Senate of Agricultural Committee to craft a clear regulatory framework. Now, Senator Boozman highlighted the fact that not all crypto assets are the same, without necessarily singling Bitcoin out. Some assets are commodities, some are securities, said Senator Boozman, who noted that different regulatory agencies should oversee different crypto assets accordingly. Now, Representative Thomas walked the audience through the stages of the internet, pointing out that the fact that the internet today has become the internet of value. America really was the leader when it came to Internet 1.0, and with Internet 2.0, again, it was America that led the world. And now Internet 3.0 is what we're talking about today, and the Internet of value, and we're approaching it in a principal way. And again, for the past 4 years, we have just stifled innovation through all these rules, regulations that they wouldn't even tell us what to do. So now that we are going to be having a clearer path and road, it's going to be so much smoother. And who knows, America can take the way for Internet 3.0 again. Now, this principled way includes protecting consumers while still offering innovators in the Bitcoin and crypto industry space to foster innovation, according to Rep. Thompson. Now, the opportunities in crypto are unimaginable, said Representative Thompson. I know that David Sachs is laser focused on bringing certainty to the digital asset markets. And during a question and answer session, Senator Scott noted that the bipartisan efforts are being made around crypto in the Senate. Now, Cynthia Loomis and Kirsten Gillibrand are coming together for the market structure bill, he said. Now, comments on anti-money laundering and regulation. When asked about reconsidering anti-money laundering laws as they pertain to crypto, Senator Scott said he's open to it. I think that the broader conversation should not be about digital assets alone, said Scott, and it's about bad actors doing bad things by any means necessary. Now, Representative Hill chimed in regarding the AML regulations, stating that they should exist much like they do in the analog financial space. Now, educational efforts. Representative Thompson brought up the importance of educating those in the House and Senate about crypto assets, given that it's still a relatively new subject. Member education is what our first goal is here, he said. Now, he also echoed his sentiment as a key element now is the education and technical assistance that can be provided to members both in the House and Senate, he said. Sachs also offered his thoughts on this topic. Part of what we're here to do is provide resources on education, he said, adding that some of the educators can be luminaries in the industry. As Sachs spoke on this topic, he also differentiated between Bitcoin and all other crypto assets and networks. Crypto can be an historic subject, and it is good to explain it to demystify it, said Sachs. Now, you've got the cryptocurrency itself like Bitcoin, and then other assets that run on blockchains, which are distributed ledgers. Now, the strategic Bitcoin reserve, they did mention that a little bit too. Now, before the conference concluded, Sachs also addressed the prospect of the U.S. creating a strategic Bitcoin reserve. One of the things that the president instructed us to do was to evaluate the idea for Bitcoin reserve, said Sachs. So that is one of the first things we're going to look at as part of an internal working group in the administration. So, yep, Sachs is on it. He's going to be looking into it. And then, again, hopefully we get that strategic Bitcoin reserve. But again, education is key when it's learning about crypto. You just don't want to go, you can learn it yourself. All the information's online. But again, why do you think we're opening up these crypto clubs around? Bitcoin Ben Crypto Club. We're here in Sarasota, Nashville, Massachusetts. We're literally signing the papers are closing up St. Louis and Dallas. Working on Vegas before the Bitcoin conference out there, as well as resorts. We are educational centers just popping up around the U.S. And we're a place here to educate people on cryptocurrencies, how to do it safely, never leave them on exchanges, take custody of your cryptos, not your keys, not your coins. And that's what we're here to help. And that's what America needs definitely to get on board with all of this. So that's what's been going on with the first press conference with the crypto czar. Now let's move on to other regulations happening around the world. It's not just the U.S. making changes. Even India is about to make some changes. And they haven't been so friendly with crypto in the past. But now they are reconsidering crypto's policy amid the global regulatory shifts. So currently India only regulates crypto under anti-money laundering and electronic fund transfer laws, but wider regulations are under review. Now, reports have emerged that India will review its approach to crypto following Donald Trump's friendlier attitude towards the sector. And according to Reuters, AJ Seth, India's Economic Affairs Secretary, has said that the government is revisiting its stance following changes in how other jurisdictions treat the assets class. Now, a change in approach. In a Sunday interview with Publication, Seth is quoted. My computer is just moving really slow. There we go. Here's what he quoted. Now, more than one or two jurisdictions have changed their stance towards cryptocurrency in terms of usage, their acceptance, and the importance they see in the crypto assets. In the stride, we are having a look at the discussion paper once again. He also added that because borders do not limit crypto, India's approach to it cannot be one-sided. The review could further delay the publication of India's discussion paper on digital assets, initially scheduled for release in September of 2024, and the document was put on hold last year due to other priorities, but it is meant to address how to regulate crypto in India. Now, presently, the asset class is only covered under anti-money laundering and electronic fund transfer laws. The paper is expected to explore expanding the scope of regulation and determining the appropriate policy stance. Now, this review follows developments in the United States caused by President Trump's embrace of the industry. He has a more lenient approach, which includes appointing crypto-friendly figures to head key departments and agencies overseeing the sector, as we just saw in the last article, and creating a task force to explore the feasibility of a national virtual currency reserve, and has reignited the optimism for the future in global markets. Now, new tax laws to penalize undisclosed crypto profits. At the same time, India's crypto traders may face significant penalties for previous undisclosed profits under new amendments to the country's tax laws. In the Union Budget 2025, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman announced that digital assets would fall under Section 158B of the Income Tax Act, which governs undisclosed income. Now, this change will subject crypto gains to block assessments if not reported, treating them similarly to traditional assets like money, jewelry, and precious metals. Now, the new tax provisions will apply retroactively from February 1st, 2025, and crypto will also be classified as a virtual digital asset under the Altered Tax Code, which requires reporting entities to disclose crypto information as outlined in Section 285BAA of the Income Tax Act. Now, India began taxing digital assets back in 2022, imposing a 1% tax deducted at source on crypto transactions and a 30% capital gains duty, despite calls from the sector for clarity and easing of regulations, and the government has continued its strict approach. Now, in December 2024, India's Minister of State for Finance, Pankaj Chaudhary, reported discovering $99.1 million in unpaid goods and service taxes by crypto exchanges, including Binance and WazirX. Now, this followed a demand from Indian law enforcement for $86 million in unpaid taxes from Binance in August of 2024. So India is making some changes now too, with their policy. So now it's going to be a, how do they call it, a virtual digital asset again? Where was that? What's crypto going to be? Yep, a virtual digital asset is what's going to be clarified. So no longer just be money laundering, or what was the electronic fund transfer. So now they're finally getting on board. And hey, thanks to Trump, we knew this was going to be happening. Like, the world is changing. So still get the Bitcoin. That's why I said, did you buy the dip as my thumbnail? Because Bitcoin, again, is scarce. There's only 21 million, and it's going to be going fast. So get it while you still can, because the world's changing, and it's just better to have some now than later when it's super hard to get. So that is all our, basically, what am I going to say? Our adoption news, like what's going on in the space, what's happening. Now let's go over some other crypto news. So outside of Bitcoin, because I cover it all, not just Bitcoin. I like knowing what's going on with all the cryptos. So next up, we're going to go over Helium's mobile and their free 5G wireless plan. Now, Helium, I had no idea where they were going. Like 3 years ago, I think my cousin hooked one up into my parents' house, and then hooked up a bunch elsewhere. I heard people hooking up their Helium miners out there. So who knows? Maybe it's finally going to be coming to fruition soon. But let's learn about this free 5G plan. Like, is it a catch, or what do they got to do? So Helium Mobile opens waitlist for its free 5G wireless plan. The new Zero plan costs nothing and gives users 3 gigabytes of data, 300 texts, and 100 minutes of calls to use each month for free. So, let's learn a little bit more. Now, today, the nation's first free phone plan on a 5G network has been revealed by Helium Mobile. The network provider is owned and operated by individuals, meaning it says it can give back to its users in a way that corporations may not be able to. The new Zero plan costs nothing and gives users 3 gigabytes of data, 300 texts, and 100 minutes of calls to use each month for free. Now, since high demand is expected, there is a waitlist for this new service, which is now open to join, so you can join that if you like. So is there really no catch to this? That's what the company says, so let's learn a little bit more. The service is built around the Helium 5G network, which is powered by thousands of users-operated nodes deployed across the US. Users who run a node are rewarded in crypto tokens for sharing services with nearby subscribers. Now, Helium tokens are minted on the Solana blockchain network following this year's migration. So originally they were their own chain, but looks like they migrated over to Solana. Now, the company's users can also earn tokens for helping support the network. If they choose to share data on the network coverage, which is completely optional, then they earn cloud points, as the network calls them, which can be redeemed for gift cards to popular stores and experiences. Now, these points are earned by taking part in activities like anonymized location sharing, referrals, and surveys. Now, there are other plans available for those that need more, with Air Plan at a $15 per month, getting you 10 gigabytes of data, plus unlimited talk and text. Or at the top end, there is the Infinity plan at $30 per month that offers unlimited data, text, and calls. Now, the People Power community currently offers the nation's largest 5G network, according to Coco Tang, general manager of Helium mobile subscribers. Now, this is more than just a free phone plan. It's a movement to make wireless service accessible, affordable, and rewarding for everyone. Our mission is simple: empowering people, not corporations. So, nice little catchphrase you got there. Now, this runs on a bring your own device policy, meaning that users can connect with their current smartphone or buy one right to use with this network. However, that also means you won't be able to buy one over a period of time, as with some traditional subscription services. So while the network is free, there is still going to be limited to serving those that can't afford to buy a handset outright or just put it on credit. So that's everything you really need to know about this new Helium phone. It's just like you can join the wait list, I believe. Let's see, let's actually click on this right here. Let's see if this would take us to it. So boom. Next page. Let's see where this takes us. This takes us to hellohelium.com as it's loading. Again, my computer is really slow. And then, yeah, just enter in your email and you can join that waitlist if you guys are a Helium user or whatnot. And let's check that all. So, yeah, so pretty cool news on the Helium. Again, there's more news outside of just Bitcoin alone and just being a currency. We have a blockchain here. Well, now they're on Solana, but offering free cell phone coverage and service. So that's not bad. I like that. Now let's move on to our next cool thing that's happening with cryptos. I remember I covered like the Trump coin was being able to be used on Travala to so you can pay for like some plane tickets, some cruises and whatnot. But it looks like now they're integrating some crypto payments in hotels now too. So let's learn through that. So if you ever want to spend your Bitcoin, which I wouldn't do right now, but if you want to spend your crypto, you can use this platform Travala to do so. So here we go. Let's learn about this Web3 platform, Travala, and how they integrate crypto payments for 2.2 million hotels in Trivago. The platform will offer Bitcoin and AVA rewards for cryptocurrencies-based bookings on Trivago. And so, went too far. Now, Web3 travel platform Travala is expanding cryptocurrency-based hotel bookings through a new partnership with Trivago, a global accommodation meta search engine. Now, the partnership will allow Trivago users to book more than 2.2 million properties from Travala's inventory using cryptocurrency payments. Now, supported digital assets include Bitcoin, Ether, and more than 100 other tokens. I think the Trump coin, even though it's really down, I believe you can still use it. Now, Juan Arturo, co-founder and CEO of Travala, said that the partnership reflects a broader industry trend of travel companies considering alternative payment methods. Now, with the ongoing widespread adoption of crypto, it'll only take one major player to integrate crypto payments into their travel platform, and for everyone else to follow suit, he added. Now, the NASDAQ-listed Trivago operates in more than 190 countries and lists over 5 million hotels worldwide. Now, the new partnership will introduce crypto to the platform, over 3 million unique monthly users. Now, Travalos can earn BTC AVA rewards for crypto bookings. So yeah, you can earn Bitcoin by using this. Another place you can earn Bitcoin is use the Fold app. I think I have a link down below. Just prepaid debit card, earn Satoshis for everyday purchases. And also, yeah, use the Fold card to pay with. No, wait, never mind. You can't use that with this one. It's a one or the other. Or just pay with crypto with Travala and then earn Bitcoin that way too. But cryptocurrency-based bookings for Travala's properties via Trivago will also be rewarded with additional cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin or Travala's AVA loyalty tokens. Travala launched a Bitcoin and AVA Treasury Reserve plan on December 11th, 2024, after the crypto-focused travel platform surpassed $100 million in gross annual revenue. Now, Cointelegraph reported, and cryptocurrency-based rewards are a key differentiator from Travala compared to traditional booking platforms, a tourist said, adding, on top of this, Travala has integrated crypto-based loyalty programs that offers crypto rewards instead of traditional loyalty points. Now, industry experts have been calling for blockchain applications with real-world use cases to bolster cryptocurrency adoption. Now, onboarding the next 500 million users will require simple apps with actual usability, like Telegram mini apps, which could be a Trojan horse for mass adoption, according to Justin Huon, the director of investments at the Open Network Foundation. Now, so that's what's going on with Travala. You now use crypto and earn Bitcoin and some AVA loyalty points at your next booking appointment. So next time you book a hotel. So pretty cool. So you can spend your crypto. Blockchain and crypto is giving you free Wi-Fi. So like what? Crypto's just booming right now. Like this, it's a great time to be in it. And again, like this time, like we always say, we're still early. I don't think we're early anymore. Like we're in the last ditch efforts. So start learning now, guys. Like if you're not in it, just start playing with it, getting it, and you will be fine. Now let's move on to our final article of the evening, which is about XRP and how it temporarily halted its block production, or they didn't do it, it just happened. So let's go over this article to see what happened in the XRP community. So XRP Ledger temporarily halts block production, and Ripple CTO cites possible network drift. Now, the cause of Tuesday's halt is under investigation, but early analysis points to a consensus issue where validations weren't published. Now, the XRP Ledger halted block production for about an hour on Tuesday before spontaneously recovering, marking a rare disruption for one of crypto's oldest networks. Now, the network activity froze at ledger height 939277173, prompting an immediate investigation from validators. The XRP Ledger has since resumed normal operations with no loss of assets or transaction period, so that's good news to hear. But yeah, so Zaman Wola tweeted that out about the XRP Ledger is back online, just letting people know about it. But the Ledger is now fully operational after the recent halt, and the transactions can resume as normal. We're monitoring the situation and we'll share a full update once more information is available. So it looked like consensus was running, but validations were not being published. So this is what really happened. So causing the network to drift apart. David Schwartz, the CTO of XRPL, said on X, very few UNL operators actually made any changes as far as I can tell, so it's possible the network spontaneously recovered on its own. Now, Schwartz is referring to the unique node list, a core component of the XRPL consensus mechanism that acts as a trusted validator directory to ensure network integrity and transactions are finality. Now, in January 2023, the XRPL Foundation removed a Ripple operator validator from its UNL to comply with a one entity, one validator policy, lowering Ripple's influence to the 2 out of 34 validators at a time. Now, a subsequent update in March of that year expanded the UNL to 36 validators by adding community run nodes. The quorum threshold remained at 80% of the trusted validators, and an unresponsive validator from the University of Korea was also removed at the time, bringing the count down to 35 now. However, critics are quick to point out that this decision would have eventually backfired. Daniel Keller, CTO of XRPL node operator Eminence, responded to the concerns shortly after the halt, saying that all 35 nodes are proposing out there. Now, the incident also sparked concerns about transaction safety, but Schwartz was quick to clarify no assets were at risk during this time. Now, it's just caused ledgers not to be seen as trusted for about an hour, Schwartz noted. The servers knew that the network wasn't working correctly, and so did not report any ledger as trusted during the incident. Now, the disruption comes amid broader changes in the XRP Ledger ecosystem. Over the past year, the network has faced technical challenges, including a node crash in November 2024 and a full history of node failures in September of the same year that required emergency patches. Now, at the time, XRP was down 8.3% on the day to $2.52 per CoinGecko's data. but I think it kind of went a little bit lower than that. Let's take a look at the charts. We're going to be going over the fear and greed index in a second, but let's pull up XRP's current price right now. It's still number 3 in the list, but yeah, we're at 249 right now, so that's about the same price of the writing, and Bitcoin's at 97.9. Let's go back up past 100. I'd love to see that, but no. So yeah, XRP ledger was down. Just like there was just a little drift that happened. Like, what they say that happened again? I already quickly forgot about it. It was so nodes are responding, or let's see, how did this happen again? Oh my god, it's late. I gotta get back to this. Let's see, very few proper Schwartz unique nodes. But yeah, just the validators and the nodes, they kind of drifted apart. Really, that's what I got from the gist of this article. But XRP is still gonna be holding. Nothing was lost, so no. What was that? No loss, no foul, so it's all good there. But that basically is the XRP news, and basically all the news I have for you. But pretty good news out there. Travala for hotel bookings, pay with crypto, get some crypto back. Helium's 5G free network service. India's making some changes to their regulations now. Had our first crypto czar press conference and where we're headed. And then why did we have this dip? That was because China and their tariffs war with us. So that's what's been going on in crypto. And again, I did say we're going to take a look at the fear and greed index. We are still at a 38. So yeah, because of this dip, like we dropped from high 50s, still neutral point, but down to 30. So people were fearful. They don't know what's going on. They don't know what's happening. And if you're not on the news or following it daily, like, I guess it can be pretty scary. But that's why I'm here. I'm going to try to be more up to date on the news, not wait a whole 5 days or weekend. So I will definitely try to be back tomorrow with another news update on what's going on in the space. So thank you all for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. And do we have some comments in here? Let's see. Heavy leverage traders accuse Bitcoin hunts. The stop losses took from Binance liquidity. I guess some other news happened in the space. But no, so thank you guys all for tuning in, and hope everyone has a fantastic night, morning, evening, afternoon, whenever you may be watching this, and I will see you again soon. Peace.